Come on, view. Come on, view. Done.
Sit now. Put your body in sit. Put your knees up and sit.
You know that feeling when you finally do something you've been dreaming about for a long time? That sense that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Everything just feels right, and for a moment, all your fears, doubts, and hesitations disappear. Your mind quiets down, you're fully present, and all you feel is content. That feeling has been my guide for as long as I can remember. Ever since I was a kid, I dreamed of flying. But for years, it was just that, a dream. I had no idea how to make it real, so it just sat in the back of my mind, collecting dust. Over time, it became one of those, yeah, that would be cool ideas. The kind that you don't take seriously because deep down, you doubt you'll ever actually do it. But in 2021, something changed. I kept seeing one thing pop up on my feed: paragliding. I didn't know much about it at first, so I dove in, watching hours of footage. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to try it. Eventually, I convinced my family to do a tandem flight with me, and all 6 of us went. It was even more incredible than I could have imagined. In that moment, I knew. This wasn't just a cool idea anymore. I had to learn how to do it myself. That dream of flying finally had a clear direction. But even then, I found myself delaying the decision to actually go for it. I came up with all kinds of excuses. The timing isn't right. I have more important things to do. It costs too much. And that's how dreams die. Not in some dramatic way, but slowly, fading into the background, buried under excuses in daily life. 3 years went by, and I kept thinking about it, kept watching more videos. Eventually, I realized that if I really wanted this, I had to keep it alive by taking action. Otherwise, it would just slip away again. So I made the decision. I was going to learn to fly. My search led me to a school in Florianópolis, Brazil, called Avni Escola de Perepente. I had already heard amazing things about Brazil, and when I found out it was also a great place to learn the sport, it felt like the perfect fit. Just like I expected, the path hasn't been easy. The first few weeks were mostly spent on the beach and dunes, learning to control the glider. The lines would get tangled, the wing would fill with sand, I'd get dragged around, the weather wouldn't cooperate. It was frustrating, but every time I struggled, I reminded myself why I was here. That's why I chase my dreams. No matter what path I take in life, there will always be challenges. But when I know that road leads somewhere incredible, every step, every setback is worth it. I'm starting to see a pattern in my life. My mind resists the things that feel the most right because they require change, because they push me out of my comfort zone. But every time I push through that resistance, I end up somewhere I never could have imagined, and it's always worth it. The thing about dreams is that they start as a feeling, something deep inside that calls to you. But they don't just happen on their own. They take action, patience, and persistence. If you don't nurture them, they fade, lost in the noise of everyday life. Standing here now, after years of thinking about this, I realize following a dream isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the choice over and over again to keep moving forward, even when it's uncertain, even when it's hard. And when you finally step into that dream, when your feet lift off the ground and you're soaring, you realize that every hesitation, every excuse, every doubt was never real. It was just air, just wind, just fear dissolving into something far greater. At some point, you just have to go for it. You have to trust that the steps you've taken will hold you, that the effort you've put in will carry you forward. The fear doesn't disappear, but you stop letting it hold you back. You realize that the only way to know what's on the other side is to take the leap. Because after all, the only way to fly is to run straight into it. So this is my last flight here in Florianopolis. It's been such an incredible experience learning the sport. I can't wait to do it elsewhere, but I'm totally gonna miss this place. The conditions are just amazing all the time, and the people are incredible. But on to the next adventure.